Muammar Gaddafi. The name alone sparks debate. Was he a brutal dictator or a visionary leader? The truth is complicated. Gaddafi's legacy remains a source of fascination and controversy. Some hail him as a revolutionary who challenged Western imperialism. Others condemn him for his human rights abuses and authoritarian rule. Born into a Bedouin family in the Libyan desert, he rose from humble origins to become one of the most polarizing figures of the 20th century. Gaddafi's rule was marked by both progress and repression. He spearheaded significant improvements in Libya's infrastructure and social welfare system. However, these achievements came at a steep price. Gaddafi's regime was characterized by a lack of political freedom and a brutal crackdown on dissent. To truly understand Gaddafi, we must look beyond the simplistic labels and grapple with the nuances of his life and legacy. Gaddafi's early life was shaped by the vast Libyan desert, a land of harsh beauty and ancient traditions. Growing up in a Bedouin tent, he learned resilience, self-reliance, and a deep connection to the land. Even as a young man, Gaddafi displayed a thirst for knowledge and a burning ambition. He devoured books on history, philosophy, and politics, immersing himself in the ideas that would shape his revolutionary vision. Inspired by Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser, Gaddafi joined the Libyan army, seeing it as a path to power and a means to transform his country. He quickly rose through the ranks, his intelligence and charisma earning him the respect of his fellow soldiers. In 1969, at the age of just 27, Gaddafi led a bloodless coup that toppled King Idris and ushered in a new era for Libya. The young officer, now styling himself as Colonel Gaddafi, had seized control of a nation. He promised a revolution that would bring prosperity, unity, and an end to foreign domination. Gaddafi wasted no time in putting his revolutionary ideas into practice. He nationalized Libya's oil industry, wresting control of the country's vast oil wealth from foreign corporations. With the oil wealth flowing into government coffers, Gaddafi embarked on a massive program of modernization and social reform. He invested heavily in education, healthcare, and infrastructure, dramatically improving the living standards of ordinary Libyans. Literacy rates soared, hospitals were built, and access to clean water and electricity expanded. Gaddafi's government also introduced progressive social policies, championing the rights of women and promoting social equality. However, these advances came at a cost. Gaddafi's regime, while undeniably successful in many respects, was also deeply authoritarian. Political opposition was ruthlessly suppressed, and freedom of speech was severely curtailed. To solidify his grip on power and reshape Libyan society, Gaddafi articulated his political philosophy in a three-part treatise known as the Green Book. This idiosyncratic work became the blueprint for Gaddafi's Third Universal Theory, an alternative to both capitalism and communism. The Green Book espoused a form of direct democracy, with power vested in the people through a system of people's committees. However, in practice, these committees served primarily as instruments of state control, suppressing dissent and enforcing conformity to Gaddafi's ideology. The media was tightly controlled, and any criticism of the regime was met with swift and brutal retribution. Gaddafi's Libya became increasingly isolated on the international stage. Despite the international condemnation and growing internal dissent, Gaddafi remained defiant, clinging to power with an iron fist. However, the winds of change were blowing across the Arab world, and the Libyan leader would soon find himself caught in a storm he could not control.